really big Lego fan, and honestly, I've always wanted to make a Lego game. It really was like a dream come true for me, and I'm so glad with how it's come out.
So for me, it's all about the power of creativity and what you can do with it. Whether you're 5 or 50, you can build with Lego and you can enjoy that element of creativity.
So the first time we really heard that there was a possibility of working with Lego and bringing it to Forza, it was immediately exciting. You could just imagine the possibilities.
Initial thoughts bringing Lego to Forza Horizon were, how is this even possible? This is amazing.
This is a medium with no limitations. It has the possibility to kind of capture your imagination a little bit and also maybe show you things that you didn't think were possible. But it is a door to worlds and storytelling and bringing what a child sees in their mind to real life.
If you've heard us talk about Horizon, you've always heard us talk about freedom, fun, and beauty. And I think all three of those things live in both brands. I've never had a moment with Lego where I'm not having fun.
Speed Champions launched in 2015, and because of that, we, as Lego, started attending a lot of automotive events. A conversation was struck up, and it just rolled from there, really.
The partnership with Lego was great. We actually went to Billund with the team at Playground. We shared with them what Forza is all about, what it means to us, what Horizon is about as a series. And then the team at Playground went off and just brainstormed all the wonderful things you could do with Lego in a Forza Horizon game.
A lot of the problems that the Lego designers face are really, really similar to the challenges we have in game design. And so much of the philosophy and the way they talk about that and the way they think about the user is identical to the way that we do as well. And I found that was really fascinating.
There's a lot of similarities between us as companies and who we're talking to, and the fact that we are so passionate about cars and we're creating these amazing products. It felt natural. I think it's the one way I could describe it.
One of our user interface artists had this idea of, instead of the map just being a picture that we've made, how about I build the map in the Lego designer tool?
It's one of those ideas that usually we have, and it'll go up on a whiteboard in a brainstorm. Moments later, someone will go, that's gonna take a really long time and cost us loads of money, we shouldn't do that. But this time they didn't.
And I went away and I mocked up the very first prototype, which was just a tiny little snippet. We sent it off to Lego. How would you guys feel about us doing this? And they said, we love it.
There are 4 variants of it to cover each season. The entire world has been recreated in the kind of 1x1 micro scale. It's the best map we've ever done, hands down.
You can spend a long time just looking at the map, zooming in, exploring the details.
The first prototype I did came out at 25,000 pieces. And that's when I knew that I was going to easily hit 150,000 pieces. I obviously went straight through that and I got up to 180,000, and that's still growing, so it could go up a little bit more. It's a pretty impressive figure, so I'm quite happy with that.
When we designed the campaign, we started with the notion that everybody really resonated in the design team with Lego meaning freedom. And we came up with this kind of system that we've called brick challenges.
And by collecting bricks, you'll be assembling new cars, and you'll be building your master builder's house.
Letting the player build a master builder's house throughout their campaign would be the kind of perfect reflection of their progress. And it starts out kind of small and fairly humble with a few rooms and a small roof. And then before you know it, there are dinosaurs raining down from the sky, UFOs, there's a yacht and a swimming pool. It's completely ludicrous.
From our very first discussions with Lego, one of the things they were really keen on is the preservation of scale.
Everything had to be built to the exact same scale.
The first thing we decided was that cars have to determine the scale. So you scale up a Speed Champions car and you scale them up to kind of be as close as possible to the real thing. And then once you've got that scale, everything else has to respect that.
In the end, it actually really sings to the experience. It really makes everything feel more like Lego when that scale is rigid, it's locked.
So another consideration with Lego, and it's something that everyone will recognize, is that they are famous for their kind of huge range of colors. In fact, some of the artists have been using hardware which will physically scan the brick and make sure that the color is completely perfect.
When you go in and see these things and see the detail that they poured in, it blows your mind, but it's also like really therapeutic at the same time. When I'm playing the build and in review, I find myself like not just giggling, but laughing out loud. You turn from, your adult self to your child self.
I love the graphics, but also the open worldness of it. And I think the open worldness of it adds to the creativity, which obviously fits perfectly with us here at
Yes.
Lego.
With Forza, the thing that always jumps out at me is just the freedom, which it kind of echoes back to Lego a little bit. You can just get in your car, you can go and you can kind of explore the world. Because it is an open world experience, it's a little bit of escapism. And then if you want to go really fast and you want to do a race, you can, but then you can also just drive around if you want to.
There's nothing in Lego where bits are locked away from you. You can just create whatever you want. And we wanted to capture that experience as well. So there was nothing that the game would say, hey, no, sorry, you can't do that yet. We wanted you to be able to just do whatever you wanted as early as you could. All of that content that people know and expect from Forza Horizon 4 will be there in Speed Champions expansion 2.